The philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point is to change it. Workers of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles, from each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. Religion is the opium of the masses. The theory of communism may be summed up in the single sentence: abolition of private property. The capitalist class and the working class have nothing in common. Capital is dead labor, which, vampire-like, lives only by sucking living labor, and lives the more labor it sucks. The production of too many useful things results in too many useless people. Men make their own history, but they do not make it as they please. Democracy is the road to socialism. The rich will do anything for the poor but get off their backs. The education of all children, from the moment that they can get along without a mother's care, shall be in state institutions. Landlords, like all other men, love to reap where they never sowed. The ruling ideas of each age have ever been the ideas of its ruling class. The working men have no country. History does nothing. It does not possess immense riches. It does not fight battles. It is men, real, living, who do all this. Labor is the source of all wealth and culture. The first requisite for the happiness of the people is the abolition of religion. The entire world is one vast market, and the capitalist has no country. Without a doubt, machinery has greatly increased the number of well-to-do idlers. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Freedom is always and exclusively freedom for the one who thinks differently. Capital is reckless of the health or length of life of the laborer, unless under compulsion from society. The way to crush the bourgeoisie is to grind them between the millstones of taxation and inflation. Society does not consist of individuals, but expresses the sum of interrelations, the relations within which these individuals stand. Labor cannot emancipate itself in the white skin, wherein the black it is branded. Sell a man a fish he eats for a day. Teach a man how to fish. You ruin a wonderful business opportunity. The more the division of labor and the application of machinery extend, the more does competition extend among the workers. Reason has always existed, but not always in a reasonable form. The bourgeoisie, wherever it has got the upper hand, has put an end to all feudal, patriarchal, idyllic relations. There is no royal road to science, and only those who do not dread the fatiguing climb of its steep paths have a chance of gaining its luminous summits. In every epoch, the ideas of the ruling class are the ruling ideas. The human being is in the most literal sense a political animal, not merely a gregarious animal, but an animal which can individuate itself only in the midst of society. Capitalist production, therefore, develops technology, and the combining together of various processes into a social whole, only by sapping the original sources of all wealth, the soil and the labor. Do not be afraid of your difficulties. Do not wish you could be in other circumstances than you are, for when you have made the best of an adversity, it becomes the stepping stone to a splendid opportunity. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles. The bourgeoisie cannot exist without constantly revolutionizing the instruments of production, and thereby the relations of production, and within the whole relations of society. Surround yourself with people who make you happy, people who make you laugh, who help you when you're in need, people who genuinely care. They are the ones worth keeping in your life. History repeats itself. First as tragedy, second as farce. Social progress can be measured by the social position of the female sex. To be radical is to grasp things by the root. A specter is haunting Europe, the specter of communism. Workers of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. The theory of the communists may be summed up in this single sentence: abolition of private property. The commodity form and the value relation of the products of labor within which it appears have absolutely no connection with the physical nature of the commodity and the material relations arising out of this. Capital is not a thing, but a social relation between persons, mediated through things. The wealth of societies, in which the capitalist mode of production prevails, appears as an immense collection of commodities. Philosophy and economy were nothing but the theoretical echo of this movement.